Hello, listeners, and welcome to episode 106 of Pony 411. I'm Nemesis, and join me is Alca7raz.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
It has been a while. Yeah, and, well, it's been an exciting week, I guess. Exciting's a good word.
Exciting in
couple of weeks, in multiple
ways, yes.
I got a new job. That's been kind of running me ragged, as you probably saw on Twitter. Well, not so much running me ragged, so much as just eating up my time.
Yeah.
Mostly the commute, though. If it wasn't for the commute, it probably wouldn't be such a big deal.
Yeah.
But also, in good news, well, Platinum's apparently doing a Transformers game, which got me all excited.
Screaming like a little fangirl.
Yeah, even if
it's
other
hilarious.
people are upset, well, those people are wrong. Deal with the internet.
But
anyway, enough about us, I guess.
Enough about us. On to things people actually care about.
Apologies if my voice ever sounds a little weird. It's because apparently I've got a bit of a throat problem right now.
Yeah. I'm getting over my con crud, so it's great.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this episode, well, we got quite a bit because, well, we haven't done the news in 3 weeks, so we have a lot of it.
There's a fair amount.
We have some fan music, hopefully.
Possibly, depending on time.
Yeah. And we have a particular episode, but before that, we will also have 2 comics, because one came out last week when we were taking a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So, let's jump right into the news. If you want to follow along, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. That's LIBSYN. All right. Let's get this monstrosity started. In convention news, Ponyville Cidervest has announced Ashley Ball.
Why can't she show up at any of the ones over here?
Because she hates you.
Oh.
You personally.
Oh.
The Grand Brony Gala has announced Claire Corlett and Ian James Corlett.
Neat.
By video, by the way. Kind of silly video. Kind of in the Smash Brothers style. If you're going to the My Little Pony Fanfare, that's the official convention, you can still buy tickets for the meet and greet with Andrea Lemon, because apparently they've sold out general admission tickets.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. You have to buy separate tickets for Andrea Lemon. That sounds familiar.
That sounds familiar.
Galacon has released a silly promo video for their con. You should check it out.
I have not seen it just yet.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting what they did. Brony Scott has opened up ticket sales, plus they've announced Eileen Monty.
Neat. A bit far away for us, though.
Yeah, a bit. Super Speedy CiderCon is taking volunteer and panel applications right now.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relatively new one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Nashville.
Yeah.
Equestria LA has announced Black Griffin, Michelle Krieber, Tabitha St. Germain, and Amy Keating Rogers.
That's quite the lineup.
Mm-hmm. They had 3 weeks to announce all this, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like that one's gearing up.
Yeah.
It's be a good one.
BronyCon has announced Kathy Westluck.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. BronyCan has announced more DHX staff. Okay, here we go. Rexus Liwanag? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Christopher Leno. Oh, gosh. I'm going to butcher all of these. Stephanie Mahoney. Okay, I can do that one. And Katrina Hadley. And that one. But the first 2 tripped me up, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounced
I want to say
those.
that's Linonen.
Linonen?
Christopher Linonen.
I don't know that first one, though.
I have no idea. That one...
Liwanag? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm butchering. But
yeah,
probably.
More DHX people are going to BronyCan because, well, we're right next to DHX, so it's really easy for them to show up. No plane ride, just kind of drive over. Hey.
Yep.
Anyway,
kind of like us with Everfree.
In the final bit of convention news, Buck 2016 tickets are now on sale.
Sweet.
Yes, if you're in the UK or going to the UK.
I wonder if we can get Turton to get to that one.
Hopefully you can go.
Hopefully he can go. That would be cool.
In fandom and other news, Main 6 has shown off another character in their fighting game. This one is a reindeer.
Neat. It's looking good.
With a couple of the palettes, although apparently not final.
Yeah. Nothing's final until the game actually comes out.
Yeah. Oh, and this happened while we were Everfree, and we saw it. Lullaby for a Princess, the animation is out, and it's quite gorgeous, actually.
Was it 2.5 years worth of work into
Something like that?
It's a long time coming, and it shows that they put a lot of work into it.
If you remember way back in the early Pony 411 days, we did actually feature the Lullaby for a Princess song, so that kind of tells you how long ago that song came out.
Yeah, speaking of, though, Ponyphonic, the people who did that song, they actually remastered it for this.
Makes
so
sense.
it sounds a little bit even better than it did then. So.
Oh, by the way, there's also a behind-the-scenes video if you're interested in that stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good video. I highly recommend watching
Less than 10 minutes long, so it won't take up too much of your time. If you haven't already seen it, which you probably have.
Probably at this point.
Yeah. Another Friendship is Manly video came out, and it's just as strange as the first one. This one is Rainbow Rocks.
Yeah.
And, yep.
It's hilarious.
If you saw the first one, you know what to expect. A new animation project has appeared and is called MLP Equestrian Tales. It will take place apparently in Equestria's past. Right now, their video is only basics, like real basic sketches and whatnot. Not a lot's happening. Although I'm a little worried because apparently they're actually trying to call attention to themselves and make themselves official, which is a good way of getting yourself shut down.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you're listening, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Okay, in the massive amount of merchandise news.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah, we got a lot of this.
Funko Pop t-shirts are coming. Yes, you heard correctly. T-shirts for toys.
For toys.
And yes, MLP is part of it, apparently. And they're going to be Hot Topic exclusive.
Of course.
And they're limited and numbered.
That is interesting.
Yes, interesting.
That's the word I'm going to use on that one. Interesting.
And speaking of Funko, looks like the CMC will be the next Funko ponies.
Gonna have to get a Scootaloo.
Yeah, a goose. I'm
Gonna
not
have to get
really
a Scootaloo.
caring about any of them, so I'm just waiting for a Sunset Shimmer. I just need that to show up, and then I'll be happy. And okay, a lot of Friendship Games dolls have popped up in the last 3 weeks. A lot.
Yes.
Including Sporty Style, Indigo Zap, Sugarcoat, Rainbow Dash, and Sunset Shimmer. Those are all the motorcycle versions. Plus School Spirit, Applejack, Fluttershy, Sour Sweet, and Twilight Sparkle. These are the more basic dolls this time around.
Yeah.
Less accessories, smaller box. And apparently some of those some dolls are also now on sale at Amazon. On sale.
Oh.
Not those that I just listed, but some of them, like the archery ones we've seen in previous weeks.
Yeah.
Like the archery Twilight and Fluttershy, those are now available on Amazon for sale. You can buy them now.
Interesting.
Not from some reseller, it's officially from Amazon itself.
Yeah, that's interesting. Movie's not even out yet.
Yep, they're coming. Friendship Games is coming. And actually only probably a few months, actually. Yeah, you think about it.
Oh
In the
boy.
fall. It's already June.
When summer hasn't even started yet.
It's almost started, though.
It's almost. I'll know when it starts because it's the day before my birthday.
Wave 13 of the MLP blind bags has been spotted, and are on the sale on Entertainment Earth.
Sweet.
Plus, the MLP merch blog has already got the codes listed.
The cheat sheet for the codes.
Yes. But apparently, here's the weird thing. Wave 14 is already also shown up on Amazon.
Yeah.
Already. And apparently, this time includes a couple new molds. They've been reusing the same ones for a while, and apparently they have a couple new ones this time around.
Finally.
Several of the newer Pony Mania toys have shown up, including the Friendship Blossom collection that includes Princess Cadence, Daring Do, and an Equestria Girls Fluttershy, who is very similar to that Time to Shine Sunset Shimmer doll, in that she has the massive wings and they flap up and down if you squeeze the legs together. Oh yeah, the Ribbon Hair Twilight for Cutie Mark Magic also appeared on Taobao. If you live in Europe, you can look forward to MLP Kinder Surprise Eggs in September, or roughly thereabouts. Not in the US, though.
Apparently we don't get those.
They're banned here because apparently kids are stupid and try to eat the eggs. The Toy Factory MLP plushies have appeared on eBay. They kind of popped up a while ago as a new plushie manufacturer, and some of their stuff has shown up.
Cool.
Interesting looking.
More plushies.
Funrise has updated their website to include some of their newer plushies, including Shining Armor and Big Mac. But more importantly, Sunset Shimmer's there. And I have to go get one
that's
now.
Not that much. That's
a super important one.
That's not that important.
Yes, it is.
You gotta get your mop.
More important,
mop
stupid orange and purple one.
Hey, that's funny because they have Scootaloo listed as a 12-inch, but Sunset's only on the 10. At least on the site.
Yeah.
It's like, when did Scootaloo get bigger than Sunset?
And speaking of plushies, 4DE has put up two versions of their Doctor Who's plushie, one with half closed eyes and one with open eyes.
Yep, the cool eyes, as they call it.
Cool eyes.
Cool eyes.
Right. The Friendship Celebration app has been released. If you remember, this is the app that uses zap codes found on some of the newer MLP toys. And
have we broken it already?
Yep, people are already listing all the zap codes. And remember, this will the Equestria Girls dolls will have a separate app entirely. Oh, and this is interesting. The official remix album apparently came out a bit early.
Yeah,
digitally.
I saw that. I haven't listened to it yet,
Yeah,
but
if you want to listen to some of them, there's some samples on there. But I've heard some criticism is it sounds like generic EDM music with just pony vocals spliced over it. It's like no effort type stuff.
so like early fandom stuff.
Almost, yeah. It's like real generic EDM with just
Huh.
vocals just kind of put on without any real thought.
I haven't listened
That's
to
why I
any
was
of them
big.
yet,
So I
so
was hurt. I was just been told, which is a little worrying. Nothing like some of us like that's fine, but nothing like must have.
yeah.
In comic news, a small preview of Friends Forever 19 has been posted by Brenda Little. It's only one panel, but it shows that Spike is still willing to help Rarity to obscene degrees.
Yeah.
Not that kind of obscene. And it turns out, IDW has exclusive comic variants being sold through the Scholastic Book Fairs.
I remember
Exclusive.
those.
Yeah. Remember those? I do. But yeah. Exclusive covers only at Scholastic Book Fairs. So if you want all the covers for some reason, well, you got another place to stop.
Yep.
And you got to explain yourself possibly.
Somehow. Yeah.
Or have small children.
Don't have children just so you can get things from this, though.
That's just weird.
That's not the reason for children.
Anyway. In Friendship is Magic news, yes, we're almost done with the actual
Almost
news.
there.
A new DVD called Games Ponies Play is coming, and as you probably guessed from that title and the cover, it's about the Equestria games.
Yep.
They haven't, I didn't see any listings for what episodes are on it, but usually there's about 5 on each of these, and my guess is, at least 4 of them, Games Ponies Play, obviously. Flight to the Finish, Rainbow Falls, and Equestria games. That's 4 or 5. I'm not sure what they might just show just for sidekicks just because it's a companion episode to Games Ponies Play.
Possibly.
So, yeah, that's that new theme DVD.
Yeah.
Coming out apparently in September or something like that. So, quite a ways away. Megan McCarthy has been named head of storytelling for girl brands, including, of course, MLP.
Neat.
So, yeah, she's kind of in
Moving
charge
up.
of everything now, girl-related, for Hasbro.
Good for her.
Yeah. I wonder if she's still going to be able to write episodes then, at all. She might.
Also, well,
'cause
she might have. She's definitely gonna have her hand in it. Head of storytelling,
she's going to be able... I wonder if she's now the one who dictates what happens.
possibly.
Because we know Hasbro does have some say, a lot of say, in where the stories go. Oh, anyway. The MLP movie has apparently had its first teaser poster.
Yep, it showed up at the licensing expo, didn't it?
Las Vegas License Expo.
Yeah. The Magic Begins, 2017.
Indeed, it's real basic. It just kind of shows, I guess, the logo has gotten a bit of a treatment.
Yeah,
Nothing too spectacular.
but it's there. Yay.
Yeah. So the first poster, will we be seeing it in like theaters? I don't know.
No
And
clue.
finally,
We're here.
a
Lots of
promo is out for next week's episode, which, if you recall, is Princess Spike. It's got a few interesting
news.
things,
It does.
like Vikings, apparently.
And buffaloes.
Yeah, Buffalo Viking things,
Yeah. And some
which is
more
interesting in
interaction with
itself. And
background
apparently
characters.
Colgate/Minette is there too.
Yeah. Interactions with various background characters, so.
They
It looks
return.
interesting.
But that is it. That is all the news.
We made it. We
Yeah,
made
we
it
made
to
it
the
all
end of the
through,
news.
through that. And I'm sorry if we bored you with old stuff you already knew about.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Nope, that's the news. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nope,
But
not
no,
quite.
we actually have, before we get to the big thing, we
Yes.
have a couple comics.
We do.
Yes. To start off, we have the one that came out last week, which is the Friends Forever number 17, which is the Twilight and Big Mac one.
Interesting combo.
Yes, it is. Basically, Twilight is stressing out over so many problems and stuff she has to help solve, because she's the princess of friendship and whatnot.
Stacks of paperwork.
Stacks and stacks of paperwork. So she decides to go try to see how other ponies handle all this work. And Applejack is too busy, but she suggests, why not go to Big Mac? Problem is, of course, Big Mac doesn't really talk a lot.
Yeah. He's
So
not
Twilight
very
settles
talkative.
observation at first, but then, well,
Doesn't
Big Mac
work.
catches her. And then, well, yeah. The problem is also he doesn't talk, so she doesn't get a lot of information. So
Information?
she decides to go in his mind,
Oh boy.
a la Psychonauts. And things get strange from there.
Oh yes, they do.
This was an interesting issue. I wasn't totally certain how to feel about it when I first read it. It's like, it's weird, but I think they kind of played up Twilight's, I don't know, craziness a little bit more than they should. I mean, if it was like still like season 2 Twilight, yeah, I'd fit, but as it is, not so much anymore.
I think they exaggerated a couple things.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of the story. So I think overall, I mean, they exaggerated everything.
It's still kind of a fun story. It's just a bit weird.
Well,
which makes sense.
It makes sense for what happened.
Although it's not as weird as you think it would be, just if on a trip through the mind.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But it's nothing, I guess, particularly special.
I would still recommend picking it up and reading it. It's definitely worth the what, $3-something, $4.
$4.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would say go pick it up. It's not as It's not as good as some of the other ones, but the art's. I think actually there was a couple points where I was not entirely certain.
Yeah, the art's nice. I like the artwork. It's very silly.
Well, I think there was a couple points where I was like, that's a little bit of an odd
like one where Twilight just literally just says swoop when she flies in. She just goes swoop.
Oh.
So it's, yeah, and some of the faces in here are also very nice. So yeah, it's still, I think, yeah.
It's interesting. I like the sort of Psychonauts reference.
Yeah, but it's not
It's not the best one, but definitely not the worst. But still definitely worth getting, I think.
That's it. It's still recommended, but it's a kind of a low recommendation.
Yeah.
But we also have another one, which is the part 2 of the Ponyville Days thing that we had talked about, I think, actually last time. We talked about a comic.
Yes.
Which was before Everfree. It's issue number 31. And, well, right now, Ponyville is pretty divided. Not really surprising. But Twilight's trying to figure out what to do, and she, rather than trying to appeal them to the group, which is not working, she's trying to, appeal them separately. And it seems to be working. They got them all to help in some way, but then things start to fall apart when it turns out Ponyville Days is a lot more popular than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So then it all started to fall apart from there. And that's where I'll stop talking about this. This one is kind of interesting. I'm not totally certain about the way it was wrapped up entirely. It kind of, at times, felt a little too neat. Like, the way the problems were being presented is like, oh, look, this is, I already figure out how they can wrap it up very quickly. So, I don't know. It felt a little too neat, but then again, at times the show does the same thing.
Yeah,
so.
I think it may have been a little bit too neat, but nothing outside of what we would expect. I still think it works.
Yeah, it works. It's not disappointing. Yeah. But I still liked it, and yeah, it was fun.
It was pretty
and
good.
Again, the art was nice too. So
I thought it was fairly well done. It worked. It worked fairly well. Better than a couple of the other story arcs that we've gone through. So yeah, go get it. Finish the arc.
Then stuff. Yeah, the arc did not set up a horrible disappointment.
Yeah.
Or set up something terrible and then not make up for it. It set up well and ended well.
Yes.
So this is a good one, I guess. So anyway, that's the end of the comics. Of course, we got an episode though.
The big one.
The big one. No, episode 100.
100th episode of My Little Pony.
Yeah. Episode 9 of season 5. First time a Hasbro cartoon or Hasbro show at all has hit the triple digits.
Not even Transformers made it.
Transformers made it to 98. G.I. Joe made it to 97.
Oh, wow.
So
and here we are, 100.
Yeah, and still going.
And still going.
For another season after this. So we're going to make probably another 26 episode season. So we're going to make, what was it? 143, I believe. By the end of season 6, if it's a full 26 episode or 26 episode season. Wow, 26 season episode.
That's a long episode.
That's weird.
Really short seasons.
But anyway, this episode was special. It's called Slice of Life, and this one was the special one because it's all about the background ponies, and the main 6 barely appear.
Yep.
And actually, I can summarize it pretty quickly. Basically, Cranky and Matilda are getting married.
Yes.
And there was an error in the invitations because it printed the day before they thought. So now there's a big panic because now they have to get everything ready and everyone's trying to get ready. And there's a whole bunch of people. All the ponies are trying to get ready and complications keep arising. But it all comes down and they settle in. The wedding happens and they're married and happy note.
Happily ever after.
Exactly. See, easy to summarize.
Yes.
So anyway, this was an episode we said way back when. I said that this would be either a fantastic or a horrible episode.
Yeah.
I don't think there was... This one wound up being, actually, in my opinion, fantastic.
Yes, and I'm going to straight right here echo you. It was. It was good. It was great.
Yeah, because it was... I mean, yes, there was a lot of... The whole point was this was lots of shout-outs. This was a lot of... There was going to be pandering. We knew this.
Yeah.
This is a special one-time thing. This is not like a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
This is their special one-time, okay, we can go crazy this time.
Floodgates are open. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, it's our license. It's a special celebration. It's our one-time... It's our license to do crazy stuff in this episode, and they did it.
Yep.
Stuff, I mean, a lot of us expected some of the stuff. I mean, it didn't help that they were
leaking it like a sieve.
Not really leaking, because these were intentional promotions. It was just I mean, like 5 or 6 minutes of the episode were like put out in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I did my best to go in spoiler free, so some of this stuff was cool seeing.
I did not do that because, well, I had to tweet about it a little bit. But yeah, this was a great episode. I wasn't totally sure coming in. At the end, I was like, "Oh God, this is gonna go bad, isn't it?" As you know, that moment of doubt.
Oh, what was it when Doctor Who showed up?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I do not like Doctor Who. I've said that many times. I don't like him. I don't like him being intermixed with the MLP. I don't like that the pony exists, and just because of a random accident, he shows up, and people are like, "Oh, Doctor Who's canon in MLP." I'm glad they didn't really go down hardcore. Oh, he's the Doctor.
Yeah, they didn't do that. He's not the Doctor. He's not a Time Lord. He's a scientist, and he's interested in time travel. Yes, he's trying to work on something, but right there. He's not a time traveler. He's not the Doctor. But there was
a couple.
It was very, very obvious that they were pointing it at. Yeah. Doctor Who. I mean,
which
everything
still
it is,
disappoints me. I really wish that never happened. I really wish Hasbro never caved and called him Doctor Who's.
I don't think they caved.
They caved. They called him Time Turner, and they caved in and decided, no, he's Doctor Who's now.
I think I liked it. I mean, I'm a Doctor Who fan.
That's the lowest point of the episodes. Are basically any part he enjoyed. I was actually surprised they decided to have him be like close friends with Derpy, or I guess Muffins.
Muffins.
Yeah, I guess officially her name's now just Muffins.
Except that's still a weird one.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it.
Still a weird one.
I've never been a fan of Derpy either, but I don't like hate her like I dislike the Doctor Who's thing.
I noticed
they did not actually call him Doctor Who's, they just called him Doctor.
Oh.
So I guess there's that. But
we should.
Yeah, as we saw, Muffins did talk.
Yes, it had a fairly important role, actually.
Yeah, she was pretty important, and she even likes muffins because she offered them as an apology because she was the one who screwed up the invitations.
Yep.
And this is so this is also a dense episode. We might have to randomly jump around and this happened too. So warning.
The episode kind of jumped around a bit, so we're
going to jump around, probably going out of order, just because a lot of stuff happened. It's a very dense episode, even if the plot itself was actually kind of, let's be honest, kind of thin. That's because there was so much stuff they're just packing in just to be crazy.
Yeah, we should probably mention fairly close to the beginning of this discussion about the main six.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Pinky was supposed to be the party planner for the whole wedding, but that couldn't happen because of Bugbear.
Yeah,
random
865.
Yeah, it was a big bee bear thing that had
Bugbear.
The main six.
Is that a bugbear?
That's a bugbear. Yeah, had them all occupied for the entirety of the episode, so that's why they weren't anywhere in that
until the very end. Really?
Yeah, until the very, very, very end.
Yeah, and brief appearances throughout. But we also saw who else was? I should say the Flower Trio. Or just
Rose
as
and
overly dramatic as they've always been.
Yep.
Because we see, at one point, they kind of a little joke because the bugbear flies by and she says, "Look!" and then freaking out. And it's not because of the bugbear, because of a broken flower stem.
Yep.
And they all pass out, just kind of all fall to the ground, just twitching. It's the horror.
The horror. Yep, that was hilarious.
Prone to random
I'm trying to remember the name of the new planner.
Oh, Amethyst.
That's Amethyst Star, I believe.
Who was the best organizer in Ponyville until Twilight came along.
Yeah.
She's number 1 now.
Yeah. But she got to organize. Yay!
But this is second fiddle. Womp womp.
No, Fiddlesticks is a different character. So, I don't know, I should probably mention this at the beginning or save it to the end. Bon Bon
Oh,
and
yeah.
Lyra.
Remember, they said that
Oh.
not everyone will be how the fandom is interpreted. Thank God they didn't do that with Lyra. I was so worried. That was my biggest worry was they're going to make Lyra human obsessed.
They didn't do that.
Nope.
She still sat in the chair like a human, but that was very, 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 very minor at the very end of things. So no hands obsession.
No hands, no humans, none of that.
None of that. That said, Lyra Bonbon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Oh, they're just talking about how they're best friends.
Oh, well, first
I think
off,
they even put a...
First off, before we even really get into that, Bonbon. They actually called her
Bonbon.
Bonbon.
Yeah.
Not something else
Well, they did.
yet. But they actually called her Bonbon. And
yeah, they're
which is
talking because,
interesting.
well, they're just decorating, and then they hear something. Oh, it's probably that bugbear they're fighting.
Bugbear.
Exactly.
And suddenly Bonbon got a little nervous.
Weird. And then it turns out Bonbon's not a real name.
No,
She's an agent, a secret agent,
she's a secret agent.
tasked with finding monsters and...
She was on the run, hiding. And Bugbear was the founder. Yeah, she was hiding from Bugbear. She took on the name Bonbon. Her real name is Sweetie Drops. It's
so
like,
they kind of got
holy
those two
crap.
different names coalesced.
Secret Agent Bonbon.
Secret Agent Sweetie Drops.
Yeah, well, still Secret Agent. Holy crap!
Yep. And a lot of people are just thinking she's going to be she's a voice actor, but this would explain possibly why she's good at making different voices. But yeah,
that is amazing. But yes,
she's best
both
friends
of
with
those
Lyra.
together.
Best friends.
Best friend.
I noticed they kind of get putting very specific emphasis on the term best friends.
Best friends, and then looking into each other's eyes, and there's the whole
So you mean
hoof to face and holding hooves. It's like, yes,
special
very
friends,
good friends,
special friends.
It's just like, wow.
That's basically, they just went as far as they could without actually saying they were girlfriends.
And here,
which is weird
Larson
because
is saying they don't care about shipping.
Yeah, I'm calling bull crap. They don't care about shipping. They say bull crap.
BS.
They care. They just care enough to make kind of.
Yeah, that was amazing. By the way, that was awesome.
Yeah,
seeing all.
Of course,
of
it's
that.
kind of disappointing because like seeing Steven Universe with like, oh hey, yeah, lesbian couple, no big deal. No big deal. And here it's like they have to dance around it still.
They have to dance around it. Speaking of Steven.
Yes,
Steven Magnet showed up again.
By name. His name is,
by
there
name.
He is.
In the spa. That was amazing.
Talking to Matilda because apparently he's Cranky's, what do you call it, best beast or something?
Something like that.
So yeah, he was in the wedding because apparently he and Cranky went on a couple adventures.
Yep, well, Cranky was searching for Matilda.
Yep.
Go figure.
And Steven Begman has, he apparently decided, Matilda was all calmed down. It's like, oh, the marriage is more important. It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
The wedding's more important.
The wedding is the most important.
And
the wedding is everything.
Yep.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Big one, of course, Vinyl and Octavia, or DJ Pony and Octavia.
One thing, Vinyl never spoke.
Nope. Again, they pretty much dead set in the Vinyl's
She does not speak at all.
My guess is simply because they know no matter what, because
people are going to get seriously upset.
Yeah, they know that no matter what voice they choose, it will not be right, and they cannot get no whacking because of legal trouble with that.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably legal issues just because she's been in fan forks, and there's the question of if she gets hired, she does probably have to get rid of get all the fan work she's been in taken down.
Possibly. Black Griffin
maybe
was in the choir,
but he wasn't actually part of the main.
I know, but he was still in the choir.
It's a different situation though. Lawyers are going to see those two things as totally different.
Possibly, I don't know. It's weird.
The laws
are weird.
Any which way, that's probably why they just know people just associate No Hacking's interpretation as Vinyl, and if they can't do that, and she does a very distinct one, so.
Oh yeah, that's very distinct.
It's one of those, they know that no matter what, people would be upset, so just make her mute. It's just easier. Octavia though
did speak
in a prim accent.
Yep.
And here's the thing: a lot of people like to interpret as Vinyl's the wild one, and Octavia's very quiet and kind of just gets annoyed at Vinyl's antics.
Yeah,
not so much in this one.
Not so much. I mean,
now that they're roommates, which
they're roommates,
establishes a long-held fanon.
The whole house is It's great. It's literally split in
Mhm.
half on styles.
Mhm.
Even the outside of the house.
Yep. And that's the thing is, what I like is they didn't just straight up, this is the one where it's pretty. Octavia's kind of close to the fan version, but they've also pulled her away because like she's prim and proper, but she's a musician, which means she's crazy.
Yes, musicians
I know this.
are crazy.
This is why band geeks have a reputation, people.
Yes.
But
I've
she's
never
crazy.
been in
You
a
saw that
band.
because they had the big jam out scene, which they teased way back when.
Yes.
Because Octavia's trying to do the wedding music, she's kind of bored with it, and Vinyl's tries to help by spicing it up.
Yeah.
And at first one doesn't quite work, and then the second one they get into a groove, and they start jamming together, crazy. And you see this like they're gonna slam their instruments together, and, and you see this Octavia's face. She's just like, she's really into it. It's like
there was one point that her neck actually popped off, although it showed up again.
She popped off, and she was gonna. And there's also the Bowski ponies. All three of them showed up.
Yep, they all showed up.
The dude was like, just saying man. I said, what's a man? I don't know, man. It's just like...
It was great. Yeah, it was... Doctor Who's was there.
Yeah, but still the Bowski ponies, which made up for it. And because the reason is there, because he found out they tailored their own suits, so...
Yes, Vinyl sent...
he just followed Vinyl.
Yeah. Vinyl sent him over there because he needed to tailor his suit.
Although I didn't think she actually knew he needed a suit. But
I don't know. I don't know.
Does she read
You
lips?
don't know. She's an enigma.
She might be able to read lips. It makes sense.
If she's always
has her headphones on, she might have to be able to read lips.
Yeah.
There was that. I liked that. I also liked he had the carpet on as a cutie mark because that's another obvious Big Lebowski reference because, really pulls the room together.
Really pulls the room together, yeah.
And also, we have to say, the big sequence.
The big leading up to the end.
Yeah, because, after that big jam out session, Octavia's like, wait, I have to get to the wedding. We're going to be late. And then they launch out of the house on a big old, wub cart.
Yeah, Vinyl pulls out its speakers and turntable.
Mm-hmm. And they're just sitting there playing while they're going, and they're going down, and they jump through the street. And, of course, in the street, there's a little plush shark because, yes, they knew some people in the fandom are going to react pretty negatively to this episode.
So, yes, they literally jumped the shark.
Yeah, just to say, okay,
shark,
we know. Deal with it.
That was great.
And then as they go through, then they're big old long. This is the electro dubstep cello thing.
Yep, they continued that. They started picking up characters
by smashing into them.
Yes,
and they're going through this town, and it's getting more wild. They got, everyone knows them Button Mash, but they probably still know them internally as High Score, and Jelly Pony,
Hugh Jelly.
Yep, Hugh Jelly, and I can't remember the guy in the sparkly green suit. I know he has an official name. I don't remember what it is now.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And all these ponies are riding along.
Matilda.
Yeah, even Matilda. They even pick up Matilda.
They didn't get
and
cranky.
The cakes. Yeah. And they got Berry
They got
Punch.
the cakes and the cake.
Yeah, literally cakes. All three cakes. They got Berry Punch along with the ride, and then there's
who had a
pony.
thing of what looked to be berry punch.
Yes, and a keg.
Yeah, it was a keg with berries on the side. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And they're riding along, and then there's a pony with a Twilight cane.
Yes.
And then the
Twilight cane knocks the thing into the...
And right there's also the one frame little Easter egg in the episode.
Yes.
Like a one frame little photo of some staff on the show.
Yeah.
In horse masks.
Horse masks.
Because why not? It's people notice there's some weird blink right there. And they hit, and because the Twilight cane, it's thrown up in the air, lands on the ground, it hits there, and then all the ponies are launched off, and all of a sudden it goes into slow motion. And then we see Gummy's watching this, which at first we just thought that was just the gag he's watching, it's just funny. And then no, all of a sudden a voice comes in. And Gummy's monologuing. I'm just like, what?
Internal. Yeah, you made a reference to this earlier before we recorded, and it does really remind me of the whole Kuehl theory.
Yes.
I give you a hamburger. It had sort of that same sort of
except much
low
shorter.
monologue.
Except much shorter.
Yeah, much shorter. It was.
It's just Gummy monologuing about cutie marks and stuff, and then he licks his eyeball, and then all of a sudden everything goes back to normal speed.
Yep.
And they're all at the wedding, and they're all launched, and they're in their chairs, and everything's ready to go, and even the wedding cake just lands perfectly.
Yep.
Everything's perfectly set up, ready to go. Huh. Pony magic is weird.
Pony magic is weird.
Yes. And, this is a good part, too, which was the gift table. We see Celestia and Luna.
Yes, we did. We
And
saw them
they're
both together.
talking to each other like sisters
Simple.
would.
Yeah, they're arguing.
So they're arguing because
I
they
thought you were
forgot
supposed
the
to
gift.
bring the gift.
They're blaming each other for
I
getting the
brought the
gift.
last one. It was your turn.
So they're mad at each other over something stupid.
Like siblings. It's
Yeah,
great.
they're siblings. It's just showing, hey, yeah, they're siblings. They may be royalty, but they're still siblings, so they will fight over stupid things.
Yep.
And of course, Spike comes by with his present, and immediately just look all regal, and then back to arguing. Yes, and all of you know, the main six there, and everything seems all ready. It's like everything's ready, and then hey, there's main six charging in to see the wedding, and then Derpy closes the door. The jerk. Darn it.
Oh yeah, there was a reference to the first episode, Stephen Magnet.
Oh, yeah,
because Cranky lost his
toupee in the crazy cart thing.
Yep. So Stephen Magnet chopped off his mustache.
Part of his mustache and gave it to him as a wig.
Yep. Like, I know that reference.
It's like some pony show in Jeff and Ross, and he's passing it on.
Yep.
And during the wedding scene, there's a big old speech from Mayor America. She's the one officiating this one, and there's talk about background characters and stuff. It's like, it seems awfully meta.
It's awfully meta.
And during the sweep, we see come up with empty chairs, and then a changeling.
A changeling
just there.
And this guy's just sitting there.
And
of course, the
there's a pony
characters. Holy crap, it's changeling.
It's like, what? Why?
I don't know.
It's
completely unexplained.
Is it some changeling who's broken loose from the hive? Is he actually a friend of Cranky's? Did you show up because there's a bunch of love?
Just there for the buffet.
Exactly. We don't really know.
Yeah, it was
is
just
he delirious and thinks he's in disguise?
No clue.
And yeah, so the wedding happens, and then there is at the end we have the main six, and Twilight has a little speech of her own, and Dash complaining because she's still hurt from the fight.
Oh yeah, big hug. Ow! That's where I got bit by the bugbear.
Sorry, not sorry.
But
yeah, this is a crazy dense episode with a lot of little references. I mean, we probably missed something.
There's a ton of things that we've.
Just
subtle little things.
I mean, the whole Lyra Bonbon thing also just like, wow, Bonbon's the one's a little eccentric.
Yeah.
I was almost expecting that to be, nope, turns out Bonbon's just crazy and she's not actually a secret agent. No,
Well, as far as we know, she's a secret agent, yes.
She had a kit and everything.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more unexpected ones.
Yeah, because Lyra's the calm one.
Crap.
Lyra's the calm one. How about that?
You know those oats?
Yeah,
I cooked them up and ate them.
Yeah,
that one.
A reference to that video, which is a ponification of the llamas video.
Yeah,
llamas in hats, the ponies in hats. So yeah, I cooked them up and ate them.
I cooked them up and ate. She said that line.
Yeah,
except it was special oats, not hands.
Yeah, all they have to do is just that's a reference to something that's like, oh hey, you can't actually show that because that's pretty gory.
That's really gory.
And all they have to do is have Applejack say, "Forget you, I could eat all these apples."
Didn't they get Ashley to... No.
She said that in a convention once.
Yeah, she said that.
But not on the show. If they say it on the show, though.
Yeah, that would be... Oh, my.
So, yeah. Yeah, was it kind of pandering? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of pandering.
It was expected
They
pandering,
broke a couple head cannons, I think.
They didn't break any of mine because I didn't have any really to break.
Yeah. I wasn't really
characters.
super invested in any of these background characters, so I wasn't
yeah.
super, oh, no. I mean, then you think it's like Vinyl and Octavia roommates? Okay.
It works.
I've seen that enough. I'm accepting it. I've pretty much kind of default to that. Lyra and Bonbon being best friends. Best friends.
Big air quotes. Best friends.
I mean, seriously. They know how hard people those. They probably. I wonder if they wanted to actually push them as their couple, but Hasbro said no.
Maybe
it's possible they're going to go for that. It's
very possible. It's happened before.
Yeah.
In situations like that.
Thanks, standards and practices.
Yeah.
You jerks. We know how much they don't like standards and practices because they get caught up in weird, stupid things and the other things that they think would go right through. It's like, this was actually a really fun episode.
It was. It was really fun. There was a whole bunch of pandering, but it was expected pandering. This was pretty much what we wanted. This is sort of what a lot of us were asking for.
Yes.
But like I said, it was really, really dense.
Yep.
A whole bunch of stuff. But because the plot, the base plot was really simple, they could fill it out with
Yeah,
other stuff.
I almost forgot Derpy was in charge of flowers, which was another thing. Which
Yes,
that weird
Doctor Who's...
non-flammable big fireworks or whatever.
Yeah,
Which then turned out they were ignited by love. And that reminds me, Cadence and Shining Armor were there.
they were right.
And Shining was crying like a baby.
He always cries at weddings, but usually not till it starts.
Yeah, it's like
It's just liquid pride.
lots of
I
liquid
guess.
pride or something, but he has nothing to be prideful of.
Well, then why are they there at the wedding?
I don't know.
That is a good question. Why were they there at the wedding?
Probably because Cadence is a princess.
I guess. Why were Celestia and Luna there anyway?
Because they were
What
invited
connection
and
did
they
have
accepted,
to,
I guess.
like, yeah. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
why not?
I guess they're important enough for the two regal
Yeah.
princesses to show up. Well,
Yeah, so-
technically,
yeah.
all the princesses.
It's weird, just Derpy is, I guess, now officially Muffin. That's who she is now. You just kind of have to roll with it, guys. Time to go update all those tags on Trooperoo. Good
I
luck.
think they already did. I already saw that on Derpy Bro. It was Muffin's pony, and it had all the numbers that I'd expect to see for Derpy.
Huh.
They may have already renamed it.
Well, I guess that's that, guys.
Remember, Derpy Bro has the aliases stuff too.
Oh God, are they going to rename it Muffin Baroo?
Oh God.
What about
Probably
Derpy? What about Derpy News?
Muffin News. Or maybe Muffins is just a nickname.
Right.
Because they've been doing muffins for a while.
R.I.P. Derpy 2010 to 2015. You will be missed,
Oh.
but not by me.
Oh, you're going to have people after you.
Oh well.
Yep.
I already get people mad all enough.
But yeah, it was a great episode. It was a really, really packed
To
full of stuff.
paraphrase Fairly Odd Parents, very creative, highly entertaining. Don't do it again.
Yes. But yeah, like I said, it was really, really packed, but it didn't feel rushed,
Yeah.
mostly. So that they were able to
The
balance
plot
that
was
out.
very thin, but it didn't need to be
Yeah.
huge because they were just basically just, hey, here's a showcase of all these background characters. That's what it was. This is an excuse to goof off, just kind of let loose for a bit.
Although I think our fanfic writers are going to have a heyday with all of this.
I mean, there's some stuff they built up. I mean, hey, Sweetie Drops is a secret agent.
yeah, I think I've seen stuff similar to that
Mhm.
that already bounces around that idea already. But we're gonna see an explosion in that. We're gonna see much more Vinyl Scratch Octavia roommate stuff.
Because they're now officially
now that's
roommates.
official. I see a lot more. It's
Although
gonna be
we're going to see people probably working Vinyl into being mute because, well, a lot of people she has a voice in most of the fanfics. So
yeah, we might see that. We're probably gonna see a bit of that. But yeah, this is gonna be a boon for the fandom, I think, as long as there's not too many.
As long as you know when
torches
to
and
invest in
pitchforks.
your headcanon, because remember, it can get wrecked at any moment, as this episode has shown.
Yes.
So,
I think overall this is going to be a good episode for the fandom in general. I think this is going to do a lot of good for everything. But also that was an amazing episode.
it was just fun.
It was fun. It was great.
It was just fun,
it was awesome.
silly episode, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Highly recommended.
Which we've probably already seen if you're listening to us.
Yeah.
Just watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking about watching again.
I'm going to watch it again.
Yep. So I guess that's it of our big, long,
guess that's
crazy
as much as
spiel
we can
on
talk about, yeah.
episode 100. Once in a lifetime thing, never will happen again.
Yeah.
Unless we could make it to the magic 200, which will
Oh,
be...
man.
Of course, you can't just do it again. You have to do something different.
What would they do for 200th episode?
Celestia Luna.
Oh, I hope they don't wait till 200 episodes to do that. They really need to do Celestia and Luna soon.
Believe.
Ah.
But yeah, that's I guess that's really it.
Yep.
So yeah, we have a little bit of fan content.
Yeah,
Not a
we
whole
got
lot.
some time.
I had to stress light on fan content this week.
Yeah, I wanted to put...
We have a song.
Yeah, I want to do more, but we don't have time for more, so I'm going to stick with one before it's too old for me to not put it up here. All right, so Glaze, a.k.a. Wooden Toaster, remixed an older song, Prototype. Take a listen.
Shatter the flesh and reinforce the bone. Embrace this carbon mesh, this power's all my own. These simple patterns are interchangeable. Unlimited connections when you're digital. Becoming one with wires is sensational. Go out with the old and in with the new.
I thought it was pretty darn good. It had that same creepy vibe that you've come to expect. It's just sort of the whole Rainbow Factory Awoken prototype. It has that sort of same feel to it. So if you've listened to those, that's what to expect. And I think they pulled it off pretty darn good. Pretty enjoyable song. Not hugely different than the rest of them. I'm not going to say it's, oh my god, it's freaking amazing, but it is definitely good to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this. The style vaguely reminded me of actually Portal 2's music. If you listen to the instrumentation, it would fit right in with Portal 2's style, and it's very robotic.
Yeah. Well, considering the subject.
So it's very robotic. It sounds very almost like machine made it. And the voice filter thing for the vocals works really well too with the song. So it just works really well for overall just nice little thematic song.
Yeah. It's a good song.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
And that is the one and only song you have this week.
Yes. Could have
I got
more, but
no new fanfics, and I probably won't have new fanfics for a while. I might, if one catches my eye, you might see it, but don't count on it. But anyway, I have 2 updates. First is this one I barely even noticed until today, actually. Apple Bloom Transform and Roll Out. This update with another chapter. It's kind of as the author admitted, it's kind of another British chapter. It's more about Apple Bloom kind of recovering from the attack from the Decepticons and other ponies trying to deal with it and stuff like that. So her talking to Celestia is mostly that, and a little bit from the Decepticons, and we get a little more backstory about the Transformers and stuff, and just a couple things. And we find out Equestria apparently has Energon on it, although it's a very special kind of Energon that they've never seen before, which probably is because of magic. Interesting. Yeah. It's another British chapter. It's interesting and has a lot of information, but it's not a lot happens.
Yeah.
Now, other thing that updated was Long Road to Friendship again.
Oh boy.
I'm like, hey, this is actually getting updated frequently for this author. Yeah, this is 29th chapter. This one is basically Sunset kind of slips back into her old self and gets very, very angry because someone stole the science project she and Twilight were working on.
I'd be very angry too.
She got very angry and threatening.
Yes.
And Twilight got upset about that and kind of told Sunset to knock it off, and Sunset was a little upset at that,
but she did.
Yeah, she did because she had to. Mm. Remember?
Yeah.
A little upset, but... And then there's a little bit about where she has to... Trixie gets in her face, but Sunset is able to actually take the high road, as Twilight told her to do.
Yes.
And of course, this was, once again, her struggling with... and being denial of feelings. So, man, it's like, okay, it's like, at this point, come on. But yeah, it's another interesting chapter.
It was
from a good author. So, again, not like the story's going bad or anything.
No,
it's still going real good. It's
still doing pretty well.
I guess that is the end.
The end.
Of this, because we actually beat MLP itself to episode 100. How about that?
How about them apples?
So, anyway, if you like this episode and want to listen to past or future episodes, go to pony411.libsyn.com. All of them are listed there. You could also go to iTunes and search for Pony411 and subscribe there. You can listen to us on Stitcher. Search for Pony411 on the website or the Android or iOS apps. You can listen on YouTube, youtube.com/Pony411 if you don't want to download anything. You can also listen to us on Ponyville FM. We're there nearly every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, unless we don't have an episode, in which case you're just going to listen to awesome music, in which case that's okay too.
Yeah, it's good music.
And we're also on Ponyville Live, ponyvillelive.com. We're there when a new episode shows up, there we are.
Yep.
And we also have our little special page which has a listing of all the episodes as well via YouTube.
Yay.
If you want to contact us, you can do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Comments, criticisms, questions, complaints about my voice this week. I'm sorry, human body being what it is.
Alas.
I'm not a robot yet.
Yet. Working on it.
You could also contact us, like our Facebook page, facebook.com/pony411. We will post the new episodes there. And there's also Twitter. We're at Pony411. again, new episodes, goofy little questions, weird
Probably your
comments,
best bet.
whatever. Main way of our, quick communications.
Yeah.
You can also contact us on our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alcatraz with a 717 and an underscore at the end. And that is it for this episode.
Yeah, that's it.
Hope you enjoyed. Join us next week. We will talk about Princess Spike. Until then, though, please pony responsibly. Good night.